So, what's up, guys? This is Ninja on a Ninja, and basically, I have a video for you today, and pretty much, excuse me, this I wanted to play with this, so go ahead and
approach to researcher.
Maybe I could use these siphons to add numbers together. Computers add numbers by chaining together a series of logic gates. In a computer, they're made out of transistors. What you do is you define a 1 as a certain volume of water that gets just above halfway on here.
So, with that said, real quick, I should point out I made this video because I left a comment, which I want to eventually read you guys to right now. But I wanted to play the video because basically the comment I left, it came from somewhere, and I feel like that somewhere is where the world should be, and is like that's the ego inside me, basically, that I have repressed, basically, because all my life I've been repressed. That's why I have small hands, right? It's because I've had, like, people always say I was a big fish in a small pond, or I was insecure, or I didn't have it. But the thing is, I've had it. I've just never unleashed it. And the reason why I never unleashed it because I've always grown up where I had to hold myself back, and no one else has ever done that. And so that's kind of what happened. I was the best at Smash Brothers, but a lot of people called me arrogant because I was better than them, but I acted a lot better than I
Maybe I could use
was.
these siphons.
Oops, my bad. I acted better than I was. I'll unhand the mouse for now, but I acted better than I was because I was better than I was showing them. But basically, the only way I can get them to play was if I had them stand a chance, basically. And scientifically speaking, I forgot where it was proven that like cats, basically the way that they'll exist is they will intentionally lose 33% of the time because math doesn't work. So they say 33% of the time, even though it's 33 point, it's 33.33, right? It's 33.4 realistically, but anyways, so a third of the time they will lose, so that the smaller cat will keep coming back to play because it always thinks it's gonna win. And it's like, oh, you lost, oh you lost, oh now you win, you lost, now you won. Right, and so you can keep coming back, but the big cat knows the only reason why you stand a chance is because I'm letting you, basically, right? And that's what it was. Anyways, so the point I'm trying to make is that part of me was repressed, and the point is, it may be too late for me. Unfortunately, a brain tumor and stroke ruined my life, ruined my chances to be who I am. I play video games. I still have the chance, as far as those goes, or as that goes. But as is, people don't believe me, even though I was number one in PlayStation All Stars, even though I've made my claim to fame. Anyways, so the point is that ego, it's coming from somewhere, okay? It's a legitimate ego. It's just that people don't listen to it because the world is created in a way to make you biased against people like myself. Basically, it's because I'm not sponsored, and because I'm not bought, or because I'm not a sellout, and because I don't have the badge. Because, and this is why authoritarian, basically, as long as I don't make it, authoritarians will take charge eventually. As we're surrounded by bootlickers. And everyone else I just can't get to. Basically, it's like the Bernie blackout. Basically, like he's the truth, and he should be the president, but they control the algorithm. Anyway, so the point is, know that I know what I'm talking about. First off, and I've proven myself, though a lot of you don't know. So I know what I'm talking about. And I can prove it. Anyways, the point is that I left a comment of this video because I watched it, and the method the methodology of what they are and what they did, it justifies my comment. But anyways, we'll go ahead.
Ciphers to add numbers together. Computers add numbers by chaining together a series of logic gates. In a computer, they're made out of transistors. What you do is you define a 1 as a certain volume of water that gets just above halfway on here. So if you put 2 1s in, the volume of water gets all the way to the top, the greedy cup siphon is activated, and your AND response comes out there. An exclusive OR is a little bit trickier. So in the end, the solution was to drill a small hole here. It's a slow leak. And what that means is if you put a 1 in there and only a 1, you're not going to get a greedy cup siphon, but you are eventually going to get it to all come out of that slow leak. One thing that's nice is that this single device houses 2 gates. You've got 2 inputs and 2 outputs. One output gives you the exclusive OR, the other output gives you the AND.
What if we generate?
For the record, it doesn't work because realistically, you can't do that. That slow leak comes from somewhere and it goes from somewhere. That's why realistically, it won't work. That's also why in society, we would say no to things like this, or bullies would beat the shit out of it and just like, shut up. The stuff you're talking about doesn't make sense, and society wouldn't give it two moments, basically. But because the left is too soft, right? And again, I know where I'm coming from, but because the left is too soft, and it's allowing this kind of thought process to take hold, it's actually a thing that we're thinking about, we're talking about, even though it's fucking stupid and logically it doesn't make sense. Who fucking cares, basically, right? So anyways,
2 random numbers, and we'll add the 2 random numbers, so we have no way to influence this, and if that works, we declare it a raging success. That's gonna be
a raging success, but what is it raging, like what's successful about it? Who cares? Like, so what? You know what I'm saying? It worked, but you didn't do anything, right? So anyways.
pretty boring because it's all just gonna plonk through. Oh, I just had a closer look, Steve. It was a 5.
Oh, right. All right, here we go.
Okay, bam. We've had our AND. That split had to work, and now we just need 2 slow leaks.
Which is what we've got. It's 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, which is 8 plus 4 plus 2, which is 14. What were we adding together again?
9 plus 5.
Is 14, yay! The reset is like, I lift this up, I go like that, and then I go like that.
The Etch-a-Sketch approach.
No, the Etch-a-Sketch had more value because it actually was a confined system. This is not. It leaks and there's water being all over the floor and whatever. But so now my comment. This is,
hey guys,
maybe I could.
This back in the day is what was defined as nerds before intelligence got mixed in with it. Before they weaponized nerds, and they made it to where a nerd was anything that had any kind of thought at all. They tricked you into thinking that people who were smart were nerds. They weren't. Like that movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or whatever. He was intelligent. He was a nerd. But that kid was cool, right? He was the hipster. All kids wanted to be him, right? That's what it was. But they tricked you into thinking that this, what you're seeing now, the nerd bullshit, was the same thing as being intelligent or being educated, right? And again, it's what you do with it that makes the difference. If you sat in a room like these losers, Steve Mold, I'm looking at you, you're a nerd, you're a virgin, you'll die alone, you'll never amount to anything, and you're not successful, or you're not helping anybody, right? As far as it gives people ideas, maybe, right? Maybe, like, there's potential that something could come from it. Of course, that's the same thing with anything. If anything has life, it has potential to grow into something else, right? That includes shitty ideas that don't deserve any thought, right? from a shitty idea can be born a good idea. From a good idea can be born something else. Great minds think alike for a reason, right? This is logic is one way. But like as long as you're going up, you eventually get there. It's just how soon will your train get there is the question, right? But yeah, you two are nerds, losers who punch down at IQ, and you do easy education because hard education is too much for you, basically, right? Me, I did the hard shit. I dove into the hard shit. I was what everyone like back in the day, back when kids, before all this media and TV and whatnot ruined people and text messaging and whatnot. Before all that shit came out, I was alpha as fuck. Females loved me, right? They all wanted me. They all wanted to be with me, and I gave them attention. Blah blah. And the point is, I was quick, I was smart, I was hip, I was fucking on top of it. But I didn't fake it. That was the problem. I didn't lie, I didn't pretend. And that's what text messaging and even videos like there's actually a document that I have that I wrote that I call The Downfall of America. And one of the top people is Philip DeFranco. I know that I say that now because it's in front of me, and brother, I'm gonna put Steve Mould. Steve Mould. You are now on the list. But yeah, Philip DeFranco. They're fake. Like Philip DeFranco should have been a loser that no one loved because all he is just editing and pretending to be something you're not. And of course, he's a sellout because he can't really amount to anything on his own. He can't stand up. He's not a warrior, right? And so all he can do is sell out. So all of the money goes to him. The problem is that all of the corporations nowadays are evil. And so they can't stand a warrior because the warrior is honest, basically. And so the warriors, the real society, the things that make America green or the right or to go, basically, they're dying off. They're not doing well, right? This is why, and this is what I'm talking about, right? And the nerd, and whatnot. Like again, like they may have been CEOs at one point. Like being knowledgeable isn't the same thing as being a loser. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is stuff that a loser would do in his dad's basement. Like there's nothing good to come from what you've done. You made a calculator in your garage. Like why? What's the point? What's the fucking point? And you're glorifying it for what? Why? Like there's no fucking point, right? And so that's why I've decided to make it a video because it was originally supposed to be a comment, but they sweep those under the rug, right? But anyways, they sweep my channel under a rug, so to speak, just like Bernie Sanders, right? He can't fill a chat room, but he can fill a stadium, right? Because the grassroots, you can't stop grassroots, but they stop the connections. Basically, they make it to where Bernie Sanders does not show up, and next thing you know, no one's talking about Bernie Sanders, and then he loses the presidential race, and that's how he lost, right? They stopped talking about him. That was it. And you can say, oh, no one targeted him. Congratulations. No one targeted him. But they chose to not target him. Something would come up involving Bernie Sanders, and they squashed it. Like, whatever, who cares? Right? Bias rules the world. I know because it ruined my world, and now it ruined Bernie's world, and now it's gonna ruin America pretty soon if we don't stop this shit. Like, yes, people like me fell through the cracks. People like me were ruined and dragged down as haters and losers and blah blah, but they're glorifying the opposite. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you guys are Steve Mould, 51,000. Let's go on 51,000 views. He has 3.39 million subscribers. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? All right. and all of his portraits and pictures. I guarantee he doesn't look like that. He wishes he does. It's the best. He takes the best images he has, and he tries to act like he's something he's not. Like this is what people do today. It's fake it. It's fake it till you make it. Edits and all this bullshit. Like you can't find a video where they don't edit every 2 seconds because they have to read from a script and they have to pretend to be something they're not because the two worlds are so fucked up. They're fucking wake up, people, wake up. Anyways, that's all I want to say. So
Maybe I could use.
shut up, loser, you fucking. Anyways, that's all I want to say. Peace out. See you, Bald, you're a douchebag. Anyways, peace. And what's it called? You are good as far as assistance goes, but you do not deserve the status of alpha. You don't deserve to be a leader. You don't deserve to be a teacher. You don't deserve to be an informer. Like, congratulations, you created a calculator in your garage, but who cares, right? And the fact that this is being glorified, that's just more propaganda. That's probably Russian and China. Basically, like I've heard with TikTok, basically they will popularize trash in America. Meanwhile, in Russia and China, they'll popularize like scientific engineering, and they'll have a lot of smart kids over there. But over here, we have nothing but garbage. That's why in North America, in League of Legends, that's why when I play League of Legends, I get encountered with trash cans of teams, basically. Unless I go unless I play in other servers, basically. Then it's amazing. Anyways, that's up for the leg. But anyways, be well, be happy, be safe. I'm out. So Godspeed, God bless, be strong, take care, and yeah, praise be to Allah, praise be to Yevon, Final Fantasy X God. But yeah, peace. Cause I don't fucking care. But it's peace.